step of swapping my Twitch stuff. There we go. There we go. Now, let us return to the adventures of Alya, Miniri, Khajiiti wizard, and slight psychopath. Alya has been thinking of a way to deal with the wizards inside this building, but she has been having trouble. Oh. Perhaps this is exactly what Alya needs. Right down here. This is very dark. Yes, the lantern will help, but actually, oh, silly for a moment while the game is paused. I'm actually going to go to my lantern because I think it's a little bright. There we go. Should be good. That's better. I just felt that they were a little bit too bright. This one thinks that is the sound of a skeleton. Alya must be careful, lest she get caught. But if she is lucky, perhaps she will find... Oh dear. Perhaps you will find something useful. This is not quite Alya's style, but it may be worth quite a pretty penny. The Yellow Book of Riddles. Alya will take this book. She will read it later. For the voices in her head. Surely they will enjoy such a tale. Alya will check upstairs first. Perhaps Perhaps there is more things to have. Alya has no interest in dirty clothes. A stove? An empty stove. Wood, bottles. There's nothing in here. And you have nothing either. Alya will take the silver goblet. Iron greatsword. Let's see, arming sword. Hatchets? No. Alya need not any of these things. Fireballs are loud. Perhaps it is time to practice a little bit more Khajiiti archery. Khajiiti was successful, but Khajiiti... that may not have been the best choice for Khajiiti. Though? Because, as most Khajiiti know, wizards are the most dangerous and most fearsome of warriors, aside from the archer. And thus, Khajiiti wishes not to mess too much with Miss Necromancer, as it may be detrimental to Khajiiti's health.
Anybody there?
Khajiiti must hold her breath.
Hello? Who's there? Hello? Who's there?
This wizard does not seem to wish to give up. Khajiiti will dash away. If she's able to break line of sight, perhaps they will think she left. Your reward. Khajiiti does not have anything to get the rewards. Khajiiti may have a scroll. Khajiiti has many scrolls.
Going to enjoy.
There we go. Decided to. Just needed a distraction to get close. Thank you, Mr. Craftlord. You look like a very tall Altmer. Or High Elves, as many of the Nord refer to them. Bone meal, garlic, bone meal, healing, Miriam. There appears to be many skulls in here. Really, I wonder what is up with the obsession of skulls. This appears to be their drinking corner. And that is dog meat. Why was that door so well locked? There was nothing in it. How long do you last, Sir Craft Lord? Alya hopes a while, because you are quite useful. Oh wait, Alya gets the sense that you're probably not going to last that much longer. Alya is stuck. No, Alya's okay. Khajiiti thinks it is time to leave the building and attack these necromancers in the back. Craft Lord, help. Oh no. You frost up to him. I'm killing Craft Lord. Oh dear. Alya thinks perhaps leaving out the way she came would be a better option. And perhaps Alya should stop trying to defeat these necromancers and come back at a later date. And perhaps Alya should sneak past first. Okay. It appears that Alya is safe. For now. We should probably deal with those necromancers at a later date. But preferably before they become so strong that they are no longer able to be dealt with. As in, we should probably kill them before they build an army.
Greetings, sister. You look weary. I have something to help you relax, if you're interested.
You have goods for sale?
Take a look.
Oh. Khajiiti thinks you have good deals. Khajiiti also hopes you will buy some of her things. Khajiiti wishes to hold on to this armor. Khajiiti thinks it looks nice. It is also quite light. Thank you for doing business.
All right.
Also, knight's boots. Perhaps Khajiiti should return home one day and head back to, you know, elsewhere. There's another dog. Alya heard it. Let us see. Khajiiti's voices have been surprisingly quiet today. It is lonely. Khajiiti misses her voices. Ah yes. Khajiiti now remembers what she was doing.
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire hunters or something in the old fort near Riften. Might consider joining up myself.
Oh, you have fun with that. This one does not think you would pass the entrance exam. This one does not think she would pass the entrance exam. This one is not very good with scary things. Oh dear. That is a nice wolf, is it not? That is a safe cat. This one forgot to put the new ropes on. Greetings, my lady.
Greetings, sister. Take a look.
This one thanks you for your business. This one probably needs a new pair of boots. These boots may work. Here. Khajiiti would like to sell these. Khajiiti would like to sell you some dragon scales. I say dragon bone. It's fascinating, no? Khajiiti got it off of a real dragon. Here, take the sword as well.
Until next time.
Indeed. Thank you, Skooma Merchant. Goat. These look quite nice. Stillborn Cave. It sounds like this cave is a pleasant place. The city does not see much. Oh. What is that? The city mist. The city thinks that it sees this one. Ah. Forgot to put the ropes back on. As much as Khajiiti does not like the skull designing of these robes, they do have a fairly powerful enchantment on them, and thus Khajiiti will need to push aside her aesthetical needs. This one feels slightly poisoned. We got it. Khajiiti. Giant evil bug thing. We ripped off his shell. This one does not like this place. This one has been poisoned. This one thinks that perhaps she should change her mind on the whole going into this cave, and perhaps she should come back later. You know, when perhaps she has learned some new spells and won't instantaneously die. She is in fact on her way to Winterhold, so maybe? Let us continue on our way to Winterhold. This one needs to practice her swordsmanship. There we go. Yet another wolf dealt with. Perhaps this one will unequip a firebolt for now. And go as a full swordsman. That is, until she needs to cast a spell to survive.
Where are these vampires coming from? We need to wipe them out before things get worse.
Thank you very much. Let us see here.
Come along, no more stops. We need to find our way to Solitude.
Solitude.
Why are we even going to a wedding at this far-flung end of the Empire anyway?
I told you, it's the wedding of Vittoria Vici, an extremely well-connected merchant with the East Empire Company. The Emperor's cousin, remember? Hopefully these gifts will put us in her good grace. Import deal, and lead the way to an audience with the Emperor. Don't bother me, peasant. I've had a long journey and paid too much coin on these gifts to be late to Vittoria's wedding.
Do not worry. Khajiiti only wishes to see just how wealthy you claim to be.
Don't bother me, peasant. I've had a journey and paid too much coin on these gifts to be late to Vittoria's wedding.
Let us see here. There are wolves about. There we go. Oh, is that a tent? Well, this is quite unfortunate. But your body is in the way because I kind of wish to take your bed. Actually, this isn't my real accent. This is a roleplay adventure. I'm pretending to be a Khajiit. But in case you're curious, I am a Canadian. Now, perhaps this one will sleep for the night. That was a good sleep, but yeah. Thank you very much. It was a good sleep, but and as much as Khajiiti would like to sleep more, she should probably get going. She's almost there. Thank you very much. Khajiiti here's another wolf. There we go. Khajiiti thinks she is getting quite good at this. You, it's still moving. It's quite cold out here. Oh dear. Khajiiti is going to take another path. You know, away from all the horrible death things. Alya wishes to stay far away from saber cats and ice wraiths. They are quite dangerous. Okay. Up. I just like to roleplay that the current chat are voices in Miss Alya's head. Or her subconscious giving her suggestions. What does he hear? Ah yes, here's the town, Winterhold? Yes, because this is the College of Winterhold. This is the town of Winterhold, I believe. Let us see here. This one...
Got to keep my eyes open. Damn dragons could swoop down at any time. Where do you think you're going?
To the inn for a drink, of course. Where else could I even go in this god's-forsaken town?
And what? You think that'll solve all your problems?
Probably not, but it's worth a try.
If those Whiterun guards
Well,
can take down a
perhaps
dragon,
it
so
is,
can
perhaps you should try something else than drink. Like skooma. Skooma solves all problems. For a night. Then you usually wake up in the morning with more problems, but at least do feel good for a night.
Cross the bridge at your own peril. The way is dangerous, and the gate will not open. You shall not gain entry.
What is this place, hmm?
Oh, forgive me. Most who arrive here do so because they have heard of the college beforehand. This is the College of Winterhold, a safe haven for mages in Skyrim, a place of wisdom and arcane knowledge.
Why are you out here?
I am here to assist those seeking the wisdom of the college. And if, in the process, my presence helps to deter those who might seek to do harm, so be it. The more important question is, why are you here?
May Alya enter the college?
Perhaps. But what is it you expect to find within?
Khajiit has to become Archmage within 2 weeks to win a bet with the Jarl.
Huh. Humor is often in short supply here. But I sense that perhaps you're after more than just that. It would seem that the college has what you seek. The question now is, what can you offer the college? Not just anyone is allowed inside. Those wishing to enter must show some degree of skill with magic. A small test, if you will.
Khajiit will take your test then.
Excellent. A standard spell for one skilled in destruction magic is the Firebolt. Casting one at the seal on the ground here would be sufficient.
Alya does not know the Firebolt spell.
No? Well, if you think you're capable. Or you can try your luck with one of the court wizards around Skyrim. They also sell spells.
I find Khajiit will buy the spell.
No?
Whoops.
Very well. We are the only group. There are others who study, to be sure. But they do so in private and often in secret. No? Or you can try your luck with one of the court wizards. Here you are. Now I'm anxious to see you cast it.
Interesting.
Much knowledge lies within the college. Well done indeed. I think you'll be a superb addition to the college. I'll lead you across the bridge. Once you're inside, you'll want to speak with Mirabelle Irvine, our master wizard. Please, follow me.
A master wizard? Khajiit likes to think of herself as a master wizard, but... okay. Is plastering lights all over the bridge very necessary?
Winterhold's glory days may lie behind it, but the college lives on.
If you're aiming for these wells, you're missing. Horribly.
The college is an asset to Skyrim, even if it goes unnoticed or unappreciated.
Oh dear, that hurts the eyes. Well, Khajiiti is able to fire fancy fireballs, so Khajiiti is better. Alya thinks she needs to step up her game. See, look at this. In fact, Khajiiti has a better one. It is bigger and brighter.
I believe I've made myself rather clear.
Yes, of course. I'm simply trying to understand the reasoning behind the decision.
You may be
Khajiiti is
used to the
quite
Empire
short,
bowing to your
unfortunately.
every whim, but I'm afraid you'll find the...
Perhaps it is time for Khajiiti to take off her face cover. It may make her
I'll
look
receive no
suspicious.
such treatment here. You are a guest of the college, here at the pleasure of the Archmage. I hope you appreciate the opportunity.
Yes, of course. The Archmage has my thanks.
Very good. Then we're done here. Welcome to the college.
Khajiit was told to come and see you, so she came to see you.
Another new student. I'm surprised at how many of you there are lately. Well, first you'll need these. While you're not required to wear them, you may find them more to your liking than your current clothes.
Was that an
I'll give
insult?
you a brief tour, and then we'll get you to your first class. Are you ready to begin?
Alya would be delighted to have a look around.
Wonderful. Please follow.
Let's see, what did you hand me? Yes, this will be suitable.
me and don't wander off. The College of Winterhold has been a fixture in Skyrim for thousands of years. The prominent feature here is the Hall of the Elements. It's our primary location for lectures, practice sessions, and general meetings. The Arcanium is located above the hall, and the Archmage's quarters above that. While technically in charge of the college, the Archmage's responsibilities often keep him occupied. Thus, I run the day-to-day operations. Now, if you'll please
It
follow
sounds to
me,
me
I'll
like
show you
he's
the living
lazy.
quarters. Unfortunately, we've had to implement more stringent entry procedures due to some problems with the local Nords. We don't anticipate any real violence, but it never hurts to be prepared.
Is it dangerous for Khajiiti to jump in this? Khajiiti will take your silence as a no. This feels tingly on Khajiiti's paws.
Our newest members are housed here, in the Hall of Attainment.
One moment. These Wonders realized something did not play that should have. Oh dear. One moment. My game has issues. And it decided that I tapped for a moment to check on some things with the stream, and it decided it doesn't want to open anymore. One moment. Okay, and here we return. The game kind of crashed and froze up. I lost a little bit of progress, but we should be good.
Cross the bridge. The way is dangerous, and the gate will not open. You shall not gain it.
What is this place, hmm?
Most.
Yes,
This is the
we've heard
College
this
of
already.
Winterhold. A safe haven for mages in Skyrim.
May
A
Alya
place
enter
of
the
wisdom,
college?
perhaps. But what is it you expect to find within? Huh. But I sent... It would seem... Not just anyone.
Yes,
A small test, if you will.
Khajiiti, take your test.
Excellent. Those invested in restoration magic find healing hands to be essential. Can you cast it on me? No? Well, if you think you're capable. Or you can try your luck with one of the court wizards around Skyrim. Here you are. Now I'm anxious to see you cast it. Well done indeed. Well done indeed. I think you'll be a superb addition to the college. Welcome, apprentice. I'll lead you across the bridge. Once you're inside, you'll want to speak with Mirabelle Irvine, our master wizard.
Yes, let us run across. That is odd. There we go. Khajiiti's lantern had turned invisible.
I believe I've made myself rather clear.
Oh dear, okay.
Yes, of course. I'm simply trying to understand.
Welcome to the college.
Khajiiti was told to come see you, so she came to see you.
Another new student. I'm surprised at how many. Well, I'll give you a brief tour and then we'll get you to your first class.
And we would be delighted to have a look
Wonderful.
around.
Please follow me and don't wander off. The College of Winter.
To see, and gave her a novice robe. He also gave her no boots. Oh. Khajiiti will be happy with her
Has
current
been a
boots.
fixture in Skyrim for thousands of years. The prominent feature here is the Hall of the Elements. It's our primary location for lectures, practice sessions, and general meetings. The Arcanium is located above the hall, and the Archmage's quarters above that. While technically in charge of the college, the Archmage's responsibilities often keep him occupied. Thus, I run the day-to-day operations. Now, if you'll please follow me, I'll show you the living quarters. Unfortunately, we've had to implement more stringent entry procedures due to some problems with the local Nords. We don't anticipate any real violence, but it never hurts to be prepared. Our newest members are housed here, in the Hall of Attainment. I'll ask that you please keep your
Interesting.
voice down while inside, as others may be working on research or delicate experiments.
Why was there the pause? That pause sounds suspicious. Are they doing skooma? Because if they are doing skooma, Khajiiti would like to know where they get their skooma. Or if she can
I
have
think
some.
the college is due for a change in leadership.
Now I'll show
Okay,
you to
thank
your
you for
quarters.
sharing.
You're going to be sharing space with your fellow apprentices, who you'll meet shortly. This is where you'll be staying. This bed and desk are yours. Please try and be considerate of others.
Ooh, a
Now,
soul gem.
let's go back to the Hall of the Elements, where most
This
of
one
the
is going
members
to
gather
loot her own room.
for lectures and study session.
Oh dear, I will leave this. That looks like a very large book. Guess you two will read book later.
Initially, you'll be learning from Tolfdir, one of our most esteemed wizards.
Khajiiti cannot wait.
Tolfdir is likely already addressing the new apprentices. Go on in, and if you have any problems, let one of our senior members know.
Another new apprentice, I see. Are you of the sort that believe you're here to change the world? Or are you only in it for yourself? I assure you that I shall be watching all of you very closely.
You sound like an asshole. Khajiiti feels a extremely strong urge to find out where you are staying and knock everything off the table in your room.
If you're working on any experiments, please clean up after yourself.
What? Are you saying that this one is message because she is Khajiit? That is racist.
Enchanting services are one of the few things that keep us in touch with the rest of Skyrim.
Welcome, welcome.
What you learn here will last you a lifetime. Several if you're talented.
So, as I was saying, the first thing to understand is that magic is, by its very
It's no
nature,
secret that the college's reputation in Skyrim is
unless you can
tainted.
control it, it can and will destroy you.
Sir, I think we all understand that fairly well. We wouldn't be here if we couldn't control
Oh,
magic.
another Khajiit.
Of course, my dear, of course. You all certainly possess some inherent natural ability. That much is not being questioned. What I'm talking about is true control, mastery of magic. It takes years, if not decades, of practice and study.
And what are we waiting for? Let's get started.
Please, please. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Eagerness must be tempered with caution, or else disaster is inevitable.
But we've only just arrived here. You've no idea what any of us are capable of. Why not give us a chance to show you what we can do?
You've been quiet so far. What do you think we should do?
Khajiit believes we should learn something practical.
Is that so?
See, she agrees with us too. Why don't you actually show us something?
All right, let's settle down. I suppose we can try something practical. In continuing with our theme of safety, we'll start with wards. Wards are protective spells that block magic. I'll teach you all a ward, and we'll see if you can successfully use it to block spells, all right? Would you mind helping me with the demonstration? Are you at all familiar with ward spells?
Alya does not know any word spells.
That's all right. I can teach you a very basic ward, one that's enough for the purposes of this lesson. Now, if you'll just stand right over there, I'll cast a spell at you, and you block it with the ward. Here we go. Over there, please, just opposite. Wouldn't want anyone else in the way. Now, cast the ward spell, and keep it up.
Yes, sir.
Hold still.
Don't do anything.
Excellent work.
We don't need additional
Well, I think
reasons
this
to
is
hate
an
us.
excellent start. I'd like you all to continue practicing with wards, please. I think perhaps we're ready to begin exploring some of the various applications of magic throughout history. The college has undertaken a fascinating excavation in the ruins of Sarthor nearby. It's an excellent learning opportunity. I suggest we meet there in a few hours and see what awaits us inside. That's all for now. Thank you. Good to see Skyrim still has such
goods for
fun.
sale, yes.
Take a look.
Hmm? It is a very expensive hood. Oh yes, your alteration. This is not quite... This is not quite Khajiit's style, but Khajiiti will see if there's anything here that she wishes to use. Oh yes, there is a spell you... Here we go. This is also another interesting spell, because it will learn it. Thank you very much. Khajiiti already knows the spell. Oh yes, because Khajiiti already knows the spell. Would you buy this spell from me? Also buy these staves, because he does not want them.
Until next time.
You know, this is one of a very...
And to see here.
places where you can receive a real...
Skyrim will not be different from elsewhere.
Khajiiti likes being able to move faster.
Have you heard from your family recently?
Need something? Yes.
Do not worry, voice and head. Voices in Khajiiti's head usually lurk. Always behind the shadows.
Still no word from your family?
No, and I'm not expecting...
What are you looking at?
Really?
I think the
That
college
must be
is due
so
for
nice.
a change in leadership.
I came all the way to Skyrim just to get away from my family's expectations.
Jazargo will go wherever he can to learn more. Oblivion itself.
Oh, well that's awkward. Sorry to have brought it up.
I wonders where she can pick up a bit of destruction magic.
I think my parents reserved a spot for me here at the college on the day I was born.
Just like anywhere else, it's all about who you know. Lucky for you, you know me.
You are... There's something about you Khajiiti does not like. But Khajiiti does for once now have a home. And thus, instead of sleeping on a bench, Khajiiti will go sleep in a bed. For a few hours. It is still dark out. And hopefully be able to find the master of destruction magic. Let us see here. Someone sees Khajiiti? Where? Who? Oh wait, there is an Alkite. Oh.
Let me give you a bit of advice. You want to work on something that's not officially allowed? Don't tell anyone you're doing it. You need something you're not officially supposed to. There are... Purposely killing your fellow college members is a bad idea. I'd advise against it. Theft and assault can get you into trouble as well. As for research, well, a sufficient explanation will cover almost anything. If you're going to need live test subjects for your experiments, it's easier to do that off of college grounds.
And Khajiit understands you are an elf who knows how to acquire things, yes?
Alright, let's not overdo it. Meet me in my quarters.
Are these not your quarters? Oh, you're just going to go over there, to that side of the room.
If you ever need something, I hope you've got some coin.
Alya does. The question is, what have you got, hmm?
Let's just take a look then.
You have destruction magic. Khajiiti wants to learn lightning bolt. Khajiiti also wants to learn thundercrack. Is there anything you will buy from Alya? Oh, you know what? You will buy dragon bone and dragon scales. That is a lot of weight off of Alya's back. Right there. Khajiiti now will learn these very useful spells. Yes. Khajiiti very much enjoy her magic. Now that Khajiiti is done with this, Khajiiti will go do the job she was assigned a long time ago. And head to the Greybeards. She will come and do the excavation later, but first she must focus on the primary job. Oh wow. Do you think she heard of that? Before.
Staying safe, I hope?
Of course.
Watch the skies, traveler.
Indeed. Khajiiti is going to have to run quite far. That is why Khajiiti picked up this spell.
a milk drinker like you doing out here? Go home to your mother. That's right.
Dick. Khajiiti was helping you.
What's a milk drink? Why? What are you gonna do? Cry?
Listen, Khajiiti does not want any trouble.
God, you're boring.
Dick. Oh. That is worth a lot of money. This shield is worth a decent amount, but probably still not worth the wait. Dick. This place does not look like a shortcut. Khajiiti only needs to get back to Windhelm. Here, real quickly. There we go. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. This is not the time for dragons. Khajiiti is not prepared for this. Oh no. Oh, please, no. Man, wouldn't it be so terrible if that happened on my traveling? Attacked by a dragon.
Oh, been tending your hounds? You smell like a wet dog.
Khajiiti not going to make comment. Khajiiti needs to move fast. And it would be quite terrible if a dragon were to arrive. This one hopes that does not happen. Ooh, an iron mine. What's going on over there? Is there a battle between... Interesting.
You will suffer at my hands.
Khajiiti thinks you made a mistake. Let's see here, these were bandits fighting a magic caster? Wow, you took out many bandits on your own. This one applauds you. You also made this one's, you also made Alya's job quite easy. Ooh, that is a very nice bow. Unfortunately, there's no sight on it. However, Alya may be able to add her own sight. Ow. Shit. Khajiiti wonders how well this is improving her skill in alteration magic. Huh. It is working quite well, in fact. Let me see here, when I look at my spells. That's 47%. That's 63, close range. Whee! Whee! Khajiiti likes this spell. Khajiiti going to back off from Evil Snowcat. What is happening? Inventory operator. Winterhold guard.
You must be one of those listeners from the...
Well, thank you for your things. Some will take your dagger. This one does enjoy daggers. Oh, that is one of the wolves Khajiiti killed on her way here. Ah yes, and that is the cave Khajiiti will never enter again. Oops. That is down there is the path to Winterhold. And a dragon. Khajiiti is going to run. Run very fast. And hope dragon does not see her. Khajiiti thinks the dragon saw her. Ow. Khajiiti is out of things that she can summon. Khajiiti does not have invisibility. Why didn't Khajiiti purchase invisibility? Perhaps Khajiiti taking on beast form will allow her to run away very fast? Khajiiti needs the avenging spirit. Right. Look, there was an Imperial courier, yes? That dragon is somebody else's problem. The city is almost to Winterhold. If the dragon follows Khajiiti to Winterhold, the guards of Winterhold, there are many. Oh dear, there's something down there as well. Oh dear. Oh dear. Because you just want to die near this. Oh dear. These potions are all Khajiiti has. Come on, come on. Khajiiti needs help. Khajiiti needs help. Khajiiti is being chased by dragon. front of Windhelm. Windhelm has guards, yes? Guards, please help Khajiiti. I can no longer see Khajiiti. Oh. Oh dear. Draken is going to kill all these people. Ow. Do something to get his attention. Windhelm guards. Oh, that is very sad that he fell. Oh, look, I steal katana. Okay.
In all my years, I've never seen something.
Okay. Not a single one of you is a guard, are you?
We're used to getting by on scraps, but the Shatter Shields want everything for nothing.
Khajiiti is surprised that all the dock workers are Argonians.
We work where we can get work. The Nords don't like unloading their ships, so we do it instead. Sometimes cargo goes missing.
How long have you lived in Winterhold, Argonian?
I came here as a hatchling. The only thing colder than Skyrim is the Nords themselves, but we stick together.
Someone is giving you trouble, yes?
Torbjorn Shattershield. I wish someone would beat the coin out of his fat fists. He clings to every septum. He says an Argonian's labor is only worth 1/10 of a proper Nord worker. My people are not slaves.
What if Khajiiti talk to Torbjorn for you, hmm?
You can try, but we've gotten nowhere talking to him ourselves. You'll be able to run circles around those big, slow brutes in heavy armor. May the earth beneath your...
Khajiiti feels more protected already. This one decides that she is going to have the Argonians. What? 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 This one is going to have the Argonians. This one does not like racists. Thank you very much, guards.
Been tending to your hounds?
Shut up.
Design your way.
Oh dear. There we go. Khajiiti likes this spell that makes her run fast.
I've been a bit out of sorts.
My favorite drinking buddy. Let's get some meat.
Poor Nilsine has been wrecked since her sister was killed.
You will pay the Argonians a fair wage, yes?
Well, my friend, if you think those boots need more coin, I'll make it happen. But I'm doing this for you, not them. Please forgive my mood. I'm still coming to terms with my daughter's death. I've been meaning to speak to you. Rumor is you've got ties.
Come and browse my fine collection.
One should never pay too much attention to rumors, Torbjorn. You have piqued my curiosity, however. Please, do continue.
It's a bad time to be a criminal with these murders going on. In fact, thieves have been known to kill if there's a profit. This war's been hard on all of us.
Not that I'd know anything about it, of course, but it seems to me that the last thing a thieves' guild would want is to draw attention to itself.
The eyes of the law are everywhere these days. The guards are looking for a killer, but who knows what else they might turn up. Good day.
Interesting.
I don't haggle. If you want a lower price, look elsewhere. I'd travel more, but who wants to deal with all the soldiers these days?
Whether or not I'm interested depends on what you got.
Cookware, knives, goods from home, all reasonable prices.
She won't be needing them anymore.
Oh, I see. Yes, of course, I'll take a look. Just bring them.
Poor Nilsine has been wrecked since her sister was killed.
I've been a bit out of sorts since our daughter was taken from us.
Everyone says Jorland Greymane is the best smith in Skyrim. I plan to change a few minds about that.
This one needs to go about perhaps getting a few skills in smithing. But there are so many other things that Khajiit would like to learn. Khajiit wants to learn everything. But yes, Khajiit would like to take those cats many marshes.
Watch the magic.
Oh, shut up. This is my job. My magic is everything I am. So double you shut up. All you know how to do is swing a big sword
I
around.
might get nervous.
Besides, I'm not touching you with this magic. It only affects me. Like, come on. This one likes her spells, okay? Let her have this. Where is this, it's got so many marshes. Like, this one goes the wrong way. Does this one have to go back into the town of Winterhold? It appears that is the case.
You must be one of those wizards from the college in Winterhold.
Ah, yes, here we go. Here we go.
Another day, another septim. By the hist, if I don't get something soon, I don't know how I'll get through the week.
You are alright, yes?
No, I'm not. I feel like my scales are clawing into me. Maybe you could help an old Argonian out? I heard some of the sailors talking about how they stashed a bottle of double-distilled skooma in the Nissus Corner Club. I just need a taste.
Khajiiti will get it for you.
Thank you. I'll be waiting for that bottle. I would not complain if you returned with some skooma. Lords don't appreciate us. So what? I don't appreciate them right back. I wish the Nords, Argonians, and Dark Elves in Windhelm got along better.
Windhelm has been hard on my people, but our fortunes will turn, and we have shelter and food.
Our people have bad luck, hmm?
We have not fared well outside our native Black Marsh, but we're determined to make the best of things. I began praying to Zenithar, the god of wealth, to bring us some fortune, but thieves made off with my sacred amulet almost as soon as I bought it.
Khajiiti will find your amulet for you, perhaps.
Shavi would be in your debt, kind one.
Too much skooma? Or are you always so happy, perhaps?
Oh yes. After all, what's the point in being miserable all the time? I know life on the docks isn't easy. Sometimes life puts you in difficult circumstances you didn't choose. But being happy or unhappy is a choice you make. And I've chosen to make the best of things that I can. I enjoyed our talk.
Khajiiti likes that Argonian as well.
We Argonians do the work the Nords don't want to do.
Torbjorn will be paying you all more.
You talked Torbjorn down? I'm impressed. Here I was saving this for a rainy day. Maybe now I can afford a few more for my people. Take it.
May the earth beneath your feet be always soft.
The Nords don't appreciate us. So what? Appreciate them,
Ah, yes. Helping the Argonians is always a good experience. Oh, this one has to go quite far. Khajiiti will do that after this one gets the skooma.
Another day. Their septum.
That is not even the right door, is it? No, Khajiiti needs to re-enter the city, he thinks.
Guard might get nervous. A woman approaches with a weapon drawn.
Look, we don't have much love for your kind down here. Probably best if you just left.
What, Khajiiti? What did Khajiiti do? Khajiiti thought that Argonian and Khajiiti were friends, as we were both slaves, were we not? There we go. Khajiiti is having a good time helping the Argonians of the dock. Because now they are paid more fair wages, and perhaps with enough work, as it will make them a happier people as well. Let us see here. Because it will never condemn one for their use of skooma.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Welcome.
Important deliveries to make. No time for chatting.
Clean mug around here somewhere.
I thought the Grey Quarter would be a haven for my kind.
You have a letter, don't you? Khajiiti will just read it.
Wrong.
Important deliveries to make. No
The
time
Grey
for chatting.
Quarter is not much to look at now, but it wasn't always so bad.
No, Khajiiti, I heard that they're having interesting things up here. Oh. Khajiiti says that you own Imperial armors. That is curious. Well, this seems one that is interesting. Forward from the publisher. The history behind this letter is almost as interesting as the dark story it tells. The original letter to the mysterious Dawnane was copied and began circulating around the ashlands of Vardenfell a few months ago. In time, a prince found its way to mainland, and Prince Hlalu's Helseth's palace outside Almalaxia. While the reader may conclude after reading this letter that the prince would be furious about such a work, impugning his highness with great malevolence, quite the reverse was true. The prince and his mother, Queen Baranzaya, had them privately printed into bound copies and sent to libraries and booksellers throughout Morrowind. As a matter of record, the prince and queen have not officially stated whether whether the letter is a work of pure imagination or based on an actual occurrence. The House Dre has publicly denounced the work, and indeed no one named Duanen, despite the suggestions in the letter, has ever been linked to the house. We leave the reader to interpret the letter as he or she believes. Dark Liege Duanen, you asked for a detailed description of my experience last night and the reasons for my plea to House Dre for another assignment. I hope I have served you well in my capacity as informant in the court of Prince Helseth. A man who I have stated in many previous reports could teach Malak Bal how to scheme. As you know, I have spent nearly a year now working my way into his inner circle of advisors. He was in need of friendship when he first arrived in Morrowind and eagerly took to me and a few others. Still, he was disinclined to trust any of us, which is perhaps not surprising given his tenuous position in Morrowind society. For your unholiness's recollection, the prince is the eldest son of Baranzaya, who was once the queen of Morrowind, and once the queen of the Hyrok kingdom of Wayrest. At the death of her husband, Prince Helseth's stepfather, King of Edwire, there was a power struggle between the prince and Edwire's daughter, the Prince Elisana. Though details of what transpired are imperfect, it is clear that Elisana won a battle and became queen, banishing Helseth and Baranzaya. Baranzaya's only other child, Morgaya, had already left court to marry and become queen of the Somerset Isle, kingdom of Firsthold. Baranzaya and Helseth crossed the continent to return to Morrowind only last year. They were well received by Baranzaya's uncle, our current king Hlalu Lethen, who had taken the throne after Baranzaya's abdiction more than 40 years ago. Baranzaya made it clear that she had no designs on reclaiming the throne, but merely to retire to her family estates. Helseth, as you know, has lingered in the royal court, and many have whispered that while he lost the throne of Wayrest, he does not intend to lose the throne of Morrowind at Lelthan's death. I've kept your unholiness informed of the prince's movements, meetings, and plots, as well as the names and characters of his other advisors. As you may recall, I have often thought that I was not the only spy in Helseth's court. I told you before that a particular Dunmer, counselor of Helseth, looked like a fellow I'd seen in the company of Thor Sarioni, the archcanon of the Tribunal Temple. Another, a young Northwoman, has been verified to visit the Imperial Fortress in Belmora. Of course, in their cases, they might well have been on Helseth's own business, but I couldn't be too certain. I had begun to think myself paranoid as the prince himself when I found myself doubting the sincere loyalty of the prince's chamberlain Burgess, a Breton who had been seen in his employ since his days in the court of Wayrest. That is the background on last night. Yesterday morning I received a curt invitation to dine with the prince. Based only on my own paranoia, I dispatched one of my servants, who is the good and loyal servant of House Drace, to watch the palace and report back anything unusual. Just before the dinner he returned and told me what he had witnessed. A man cloaked in rags had been given entrance into the palace and had stayed there for some time. When he left, my servant saw his face beneath the cloak, an alchemist of infamous repute, said to be the leading supplier of exotic poisons. A fine observer, my servant also noticed that the alchemist entered the palace smelling of wickweed, bittergreen, and something alien and sweet. When he left, he was odorless. He had come to the same conclusion as I did. The prince had procured ingredients to prepare a poison. Bittergreen alone is deadly when eaten raw, but the other ingredients suggested something far deeper. As your unholiness can doubtlessly imagine, I went to dinner that night prepared for any eventuality. All of Prince Helseth's other counselors were in attendance, and all were slightly apprehensive. Of course, I imagined that I was in a nest of spies. All knew of the prince's mysterious meeting. It is just as likely that some knew of the alchemist's visit, while others were simply concerned by the nature of the prince's invitation. And still others merely unconsciously adopted the tense disposition of their fellow better-informed counselors. The prince, however, was in fine mettle and soon had everyone relaxed and at ease. At 9 we were all ushered into his dining hall where the feast had been laid out, and what a feast! Unnamed gourd apples, fragrant stews, and roasts in various blood sauces, and every variety of fish and fowl expertly and ostentatiously prepared. Crystal and gold flagons of wine, flins, shine, and mazd were at our seats to be savored as appropriate with each course. It occurred to me that, as tantalizing as the aromas were, it occurred to me that in such a maze of spices and flavors, a discreet poison would be undetectable. Throughout the meal, I maintained the illusion of eating the food and drinking the liquor, but I was surreptitious and swallowed nothing. Finally, these plates of food were cleared from the table, and a tureen of spicy broth was placed in the center of the banquet. The servant who brought it retired, closing the banquet hall door behind him. "It smells divine, my prince," said the Marchianus Colgar, the Nordwoman, "but I cannot eat another thing." "Your Highness," I added, adding a tone of friendliness and slight intoxication, "you know that everyone at this table would gladly die to put you on the throne of Morrowind, but it is really necessary that we gorge ourselves to death?" The others at the table agreed with appreciative groans. Prince Helseth smiled. "I swear to Vernima, the gifter, my dark liege, even you have never seen a smile such as this one." Ironic words, you see. An alchemist visited me today, as some of you already doubtlessly know. He showed me how to make a marvelous poison and its antidote. A most potent potion, excellent for my purposes. No restoration spell will aid you once you have ingested it. Only the antidote in the tureen will save you from certain death. And what a death from what I've heard. I am eager to see its effects are all the alchemist promised. It should be horribly painful for the afflicted, but quite entertaining. No one said a word. I could feel my heart beating hard in my chest. "Your Highness," said Alarat, the Dunmer I suspected of alliance with the temple, "have you poisoned someone at the stable?" "You are very astute, Alarat," said Prince Helseth, looking about the table, eyeing each of his advisors carefully. "Little wonder I value your counsel, as indeed I value all in this room. It would perhaps be easiest for me to say who I haven't poisoned. I haven't, sir, poisoned any who serve but one master, any whose loyalty to me is sincere. I haven't poisoned any person who wants to see King Helseth on the throne of Morrowind. I haven't poisoned anyone who isn't a spy for the Empire, the Temple, the House of Telvanni, the House of Redoran, the House of Indoril, the House of Dre." "Your Unholiness," he looked directly at me. Directly at me at his last words. I know that in certainty my face is practiced in keeping my thoughts from showing, but I immediately thought of every secret meeting I've had, every coded message I've sent you, and the house, my dark liege. What could he know? What could he, even without knowing, suspect? I felt my heart beating even faster. Was it fear or poison? I couldn't speak. Certain as I was that my voice would betray my calm facade. Those loyal to me who wish harm on my enemies may be wondering how I could be certain that the poison has been ingested. Is it possible that the guilty party, or dare I say parties, were suspicious and merely pretended to eat and drink a night? Of course, but even the craftiest of pretenders would have to raise a glass to his or her lips and put empty forks or spoons in their mouths to play the charade. The food, you see, was not poisoned. The cups and cutlery were. If you did not partake out of fear, you're poisoned just the same, and sadly missed an excellent roast. Sweat beaded on my face, and I turned from the prince so he would not see. My fellow advisors, all of them, were frozen in their seats. From the Marchionius Colgar, white with fear, to Kima Ineb, visibly shaking, from the furrowed, angry brow of Alarat to the statue-like stare of Burgess. I couldn't help thinking then, could the prince's entire counselorship be comprised of nothing but spies? Was there anyone at the table loyal? Then I thought, what if I were not a spy myself? Would I trust Helseth to know that? No one knows better than his advisors both the depth of the prince's paranoia and the utter implacability of his ambition. If I were not a spy for the House Thrace, even then would I be safe? Could a loyalist be poisoned because of a not-so-innocent misjudgment? The others may be thinking the same, loyalists and spies alike. While my mind whirled, I could hear the prince's voice, addressing all the assembled. The poison acts quickly. If the antidote is not taken within 1 minute from now, here will be death at the table. I couldn't decide whether I had been poisoned or not. My stomach ached, but I reminded myself it may be been the result of sitting at a sumptuous banquet and not partaking. My heart shook in my chest, and a bitter taste of tremor root stung at my lips. Again, was it fear or poison? These are the last words you'll hear if you are disloyal to me, said Prince Helsus, still smiling that damned smile as he watched his advisor squirming in their seat. Take the antidote, and live. Could I believe him? I thought of what I knew of the Prince Helsus and his character. Would he kill a self-confessed spy at the court, or would he rather send the vanquished back to his masters? The prince was ruthless, but either possibility was within his manner. Surely the theatricality of this whole diner was meant to be a presentation to instill fear. What would my ancestors say if I joined them after sitting at the table, eventually dying of poison? What would they say if I took the antidote, confessing my allegiance to you and House Thrace, and was summarily executed? And I confess I thought of what you might do to me after I was dead. I had grown so light-headed and filled with my own thoughts, I did not see Bergen jump from his seat. I was only suddenly aware that he had the tureen in his hands and was gulping down the liquid within. There were guards all around, though I never noticed them entering. Burgess, he said, you have spent some time at Ghostgate, House Redoran. You didn't know? He laughed souredly. No house, I report to your stepsis, sir. The Queen of Wayrest. I've always been in her employ. By Akatosh, you poisoned me because you thought I was working for some damnable dark elves? You're half right, said the prince. I didn't guess who you were working for, or even that you were a spy. But you're also wrong about me poisoning you. You poisoned yourself when you drank from the tureen. Your Unholiness, you don't need to hear how Burgess died. I know that you have seen much over the many years of your existence, but you truly don't want to know. I wish I could erase the memory of his agonies from my own mind. The council was dismissed shortly thereafter. I do not know if Prince Helsus knows or suspects that I too am a spy. I do not know how many others last night were as close as I was from drinking from the tureen before Burgess did. I only know that if the prince does not suspect me now, he will. I cannot win the games he mastered long ago at the court of Wayrest, and I beg your Unholiness, my dark liege, Dwayne, to use your influence in the House Thrace and dismiss your loyal servant from this charge. Publisher's note. Of course, the anonymous writer's signature has not been on any reprint of the letter since the original. That was an interesting read. Let us see here. Where is... here we go.
It was a pleasure.
Important deliveries to make.
The
No
corner
time for chat.
club's been filling up.
Let us continue.
We might be poor, but is it really any better out there?
No one bought any flowers again today. I don't know what to do. Yes? My father... I'm all alone. I try to sell flowers so I can buy food. It's not much, but what else can I do?
The child does not have any flowers for me to purchase. This one would purchase flowers from her to give her coin, but it appears that it will not let me. Or is that she has no more flowers to sell? Perhaps out of spite or anger for no one purchasing them. She may have sadly dumped them in the river. It is too bad. Though Khajiit would probably have done something similar. Okay.
I find your hand in my pocket. I'm going to cut it off.
Another day, another septum.
Here is your double distilled stoma.
Thank you so much. Here, let me show you a thing or two about not attracting attention to yourself. I would not complain if you returned with some squeal.
Also, guards, you see, the thing is that you will not notice my hand in your pocket.
The Nords don't appreciate us. So what? I don't appreciate them like that.
Was that a salmon? This one likes fish. Look, fish. I mean... Perhaps it is time this one threw this body into the water. Better than letting it freeze out here in the snow. This one has never held a shovel before, so she cannot give it a burial. Okay. This one's job is complete. This one will now ride down to... Well, seeing as it appears that the way to get to High Hrothgar is from the side of the mountain, this one will travel to Riften, as that appears to be the closest way.
Need a ride? Where do you want to go? Climb and back and we'll be off. If you've never been to Riften, be sure to visit the Blackbriar Meeting. A few mugs of that and you'll forget all about the long trip.
That is a fancy pickaxe there. This one was her pickaxe looks so nice. Oh dear, it is dark. It is scary.
Hold there. Before I let you into Riften, you need to pay the visitor's tax.
And what is this tax for?
For the privilege of entering the city. What does it matter?
Khajiit have good noses, and they shake down things worse even more than the Thalmor, no?
All right, keep your voice down. You want everyone to hear you? I'll let you in. Just let me unlock the gate. Gate's unlocked. You can head inside when you're ready.
Khajiit does not think that you will be traveling in this weather. In fact, Khajiit thinks that perhaps you will have some time to wait out the night. Now, I'm going to end this episode of Modded Roleplay Skyrim here. Thank you for coming, thank you for watching. If you liked it and would like to see more content such as this, feel free to give me a follow. It may seem like, doesn't seem like much, but to me it honestly is quite a lot, and means quite a bit. So, if you do something like that for me, I'd be glad. If you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to leave a like, subscribe, comment if you have any suggestions or ideas for the future. And if you'd like to see any of my other content, I have them listed on YouTube or under my videos in Twitch. There are about 28 hours of content there, so I'm sure you'll have lots and lots of time to spend. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.